So when you first buy your bike at the box, hopefully you've got the right size frame to begin with. You can change things like the stem, you get different lengths. I ride a 130mm, which is quite a long stem really, but I like riding quite a long stretch. It gets me lower as well. You can also change the height of the stem. There's like spaces here, you can put them below the stem. And normally when you buy the bike, there'll be a bit more. I've cut it off because I've got it right down. And then the other main thing you can do is put the saddle up and down, forward and back. So and you can also move the hoods up and down a bit as well, the bar angle. So you can spin it all up and down. So those are the main things you can change for the setup. So from them, things with the handlebars and the lever height, it's pretty personal really, so you have to play around really until you feel comfy. It's all about, the more comfy you're on the bike, the better it's going to be in the long run, but sometimes you have to sacrifice a bit of comfort to get aero for if you're racing. If you're just out riding your bike, then comfort is the most important thing, but for me, the aerodynamics is also a big factor, so if I can get the same power out being more aero, then I'd go for that option for me. So to get the right saddle height, the best thing is probably sit on the bike, and then I've got clip-in shoes. If you're serious in racing, that's what everyone has these days. So then for them, you have to get the right cycling shoes, and they just bolt on the bottom. And the best place to start probably is with a shoe plate in the middle, on the ball of your foot. Probably the best starting point. Then they clip in. Then when my foot's at the bottom, I've got a slight, not a straight leg, but a bit of a bend really. So, and I can, even on the other side, I can still touch the ground on my tiptoe, but maybe, I'm just touching both really. Some people think they have to be able to go like this, but then the seat's way too low. So you need, if you can't, you need to get roughly the right height. But again, some people ride a little bit lower or higher. It's a bit comfort, but if you go too high, your hips will start rocking, and you'll probably hurt your knees as well. And the same if it's too low. You need to have quite a straight leg, but a bit of a bend really at the bottom. Then for the reach, you need to be able to reach the levers to pull the brakes on for safety really, but then, so if you go higher, you're sitting more upright, so the more flexible you are, probably lower you can go. And then also if you're new to cycling, after maybe a few months of doing it, you can probably go a bit lower too, because your body will get used to leaning forward. So over time, I've actually gone lower over time really. I think I've ridden more. In fact, only last year I went down another 5mm. It doesn't sound a lot, but for me, who's on the bike every day, 5mm is quite a lot. I felt like better when I went back down. And then the other thing you can do is move the saddle forward and back. So.
And why are you doing this?
So, well again, it depends where you have your shoe plates, but the further back you have it, the more the front of your legs it uses. So if you go right forward, it's more in your hamstrings. So you want a balance in the middle really, where you're using a bit of both really. So for me, like I'm quite central really. So I ride, when I set up a new bike, I know my distance that this is behind the pedal axle. So I'm at 6 centimeters behind. Behind the bottom bracket. So I know on all my bikes to go there. But you can go and get, like there's companies that do professional bike fitting, and they measure it for you and because they stick electrodes all in your body, and they measure all the angles, which then they can tell if you need to move it further back, and they can advise on stem lengths and stuff. So once you get a bit more advanced, that's something you can go to. But if you're just getting new into cycling, then you can just jump on straight away and move it around yourself, play about until it feels comfy. That's the first thing. And then if you're getting a sore back or something, then you can start thinking, right, I need to move the seat forward or back or up or down until you eliminate it really. That's the main, it's just eliminating soreness really is the best way to start. So even me now, if I get something, I'm like moving, I'm still moving things around now, even after all these years cycling, I'm still moving stuff about on my bike.
Because your body changes.
Yeah, the same, like even shoe plates, I kind of move them around too sometimes, like in and out. Like, if I get tight somewhere, I'm thinking it's not right, and I change the angle slightly.
Right.
Perfect.